Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for liking and subscribing below. Many people want to work as well as possible within the multisensory world. They want to talk to their loved ones who are departed. They want to listen to their bodies and provide the healing that their body deserves and is telling them. Whether we're aware of it or not, our body's always communicating as our spirit guides, our dogs, our loved ones from the other side. There's tons of conversations that are happening in the multisensory world that you are capable of experiencing and inviting into your consciousness and taking important steps based on the information that will always be calm, compassionate, and a little surprising to help you evolve and to become more of a multisensory person while you live in the physical form. And that is another reason why many people incarnate, or souls incarnate, into the physical realm, so they can combine this earthly energy of groundedness and being present with the expansion of the divine creation, so that you can have this interchange happening all day long in your being and enjoy life in profound and magical ways. The ingredient that's typically missing for a lot of people who are reaching for the stars is that we also need to reach for the earth. While you're in physical form, you will structurally have a better connection to the multisensory world if you're truly grounded and present. Being present is, my assistant Jen made this analogy today, which I love. When you're present in the physical world, which happens typically moment by moment. So some people have a moment of that per day. Some people have many moments of that per day. Some people don't have any moments of that per day. It's like being on a mini vacation when you're completely present. It's so beautiful, so interesting. There's so much delicious tingling and happiness and interest and curiosity happening while you're authentically in the moment. It is like being on a mini vacation. It truly is. Because that's what happens when you're on a really good vacation. You're someplace away from home. You're not thinking about the normal activities of your daily life. You're not caught up in your history. A lot of people let go when they go on vacation. Imagine you can have many, many, many moments of vacation by choosing to have a present moment experience, many, many of them every single day, which will help you to relate, connect to, and receive information from the multisensory world, so that if somebody is standing next to you who's crossed over, you'll be able to sense it and feel it because you know how to be present. And anything outside of the physical world is absolutely 100% present. Multisensory awareness is present. It's not processing or analyzing historical events or future events ever. It's present. It's in the joyful activity of the present moment. So here's a little example. Several years ago, an astrologer, a celebrated astrologer in Seattle, passed away. I was blessed to visit him a few times before he died, or before he left his physical form. And he chose a very conscious way to leave his body. And his wife asked me if I would be the MC for his memorial, which I really didn't want to do. I don't always pronounce words correctly. I could get a little nervous during a memorial kind of situation. And I have a very different belief system and energy view about death. So I don't typically get very sad about it. It actually makes me happy. So I didn't think I was the best person for the job, but his partner was convinced and asked me to. So I said yes. And sure enough, I didn't pronounce everyone's name correctly. And it was clear that I was in this frequency of joy and the audience was not. It was clear there was this discrepancy. But I later learned that I was in the perfect frequency and vibration. Just before I went to the event, I was, studying my notes for the to be the MC, to interview the music and different, astrologers who came to speak on his behalf, who were saying goodbye. And I was, anxious. And this coyote came onto my property, this healthy, gorgeous, fairly young, but I mean, not young, but like a young adult coyote was on my property just staring at me through the window. And I was just staring at it. I'd had this perfect present moment experience. And I knew it was the departed person visiting, talking to me. And coyote energy is unique. Coyotes live in packs. They love the pack energy. They also don't really care what anybody else thinks. They're not easily frightened. Uh, they're determined to get what they need. Um, they're powerful creatures, very powerful creatures. They can live in urban societies and in the woods. And the interesting thing about my energy at that day and the days leading up to the passing and the memorial is I was in high vibration. So was the departed's family. We were in the same frequency. They were blessed to be with their loved one consciously during the passing. That's a very unique experience. Most people are fighting death and pushing it away, and family members are begging for them to stay. And we all want everyone to live here for a very long time. But when there's a conscious decision to make, when people are consciously making a decision, especially about death, that's unusual. That's very powerful. That's unique. That's a kind of a coyote energy. And we were all in this pack energy about it. We were vibrating at the same frequency, which of course the departed was vibrating in that same frequency too. That being knew it was their time to cross, was willing to let go and go to the other side where the energy is very high and vibrationally amazing. So we were all vibrating in great energy, despite the fact that the audience may not have been. So I encourage you to be present no matter what the circumstances are, so you can be in alignment with whatever you are meant to be in alignment with. And I think it was a lot more interesting and be joyful to be in alignment with the departed and the beings he loved the most, his family. So here are some tools on being present. I'm sure I've said this many times for you, but I think it's a lesson that not many people grasp or spend a lot of time trying to grasp. So as I've been talking into the camera and the laptop, I have a lot of things on my desk, my up and down desk. I have my phone, I have lots of paperwork, pens, I have lip liner. I also have these dry eraser pens that I used in a class I was teaching last night. I love color. I'm very visual. And so as I've been speaking to you, I've looked at the color. I've like jumped into the green. I've connected with the blue and the purple that's over here, these colors. Present moment activities happen with what's around you in the present moment. And I've jumped into this gorgeous purple. So I've looked down at these markers and other lovely things that I have on my desk to help me move into the present moment. Even behind me, I have artwork that I love and flowers, and I love pottery. So there's several pieces of pottery on the tables behind me. So sometimes when I look into the camera, I can see those things, which also brings me into the present moment. This is my present moment experience. I'm sitting in my office. There are things on my desk and things behind me. The present moment is actually happy. It is calm. It's like that coyote standing in my yard, staring at me, having a moment of connection. And you can connect to things that we believe are living, which they are, and with things that we believe are not living, which they are living too. The pottery is very much alive. The pot with the orchid is in is very much alive. The ink and the pen that the ink is in is very much alive because everything is made out of energy, and energy vibrates and moves and makes everything that we experience. Have a great day. Bye-bye for now.